Good. All right, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Can I get a roll call, please?
Michael Cashman.
Present.
Thomas Wood.
Here.
Barbara Hebert.
Here.
Charles Costick.
Here.
Dana Isabella is absent. James Coffey.
Here.
And Catherine Gucci is present.
Resolution 104, accept the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of March 2nd of 2023 and March 9th of 2023 be accepted and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution does carry. Is there anyone seeking to provide public comment this evening? Seeing none, we'll move forward. Resolution 105, the abstract.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 5A-23 for $472,307.35. Abstract 5A-23 prepays for the amount of $201,656.86. Be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Ebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Resolution does carry. Resolution 106, monthly department reports.
Resolved to receive and place on file monthly department head reports for March of 2023, buildings and grounds, codes and zoning, highway superintendent, parks and recreation, the planning and community development department for February, March, and April of 2023, supervisor's financial report for March of 2023, the town clerk for March of 2023, and water and wastewater for March of 2023.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Caustic, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution does carry. Resolution 107, 2023 budget amendment.
Whereas the town may need to amend the 2023 budget to reflect changes in revenues and expenditures during the year. And whereas the budget amendments will be offset from existing fund balance or additional revenues, therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh authorize the following budget amendment as attached, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Ebert, is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution does carry. Resolution 108, one-day marriage officiant licenses.
Whereas as of March 28th of 2023, town clerks in the state of New York are now required to issue one-day marriage officiant licenses in accordance with Domestic Relations Law, Section 11, Part D. And whereas the authority is limited to applicants who want to marry a couple to whom the town clerk issued a marriage license and New York State residency is not required, whereas applicants must be 18 years old with valid identification, complete the application, and pay the fee of $25. And whereas the town clerk is familiar with the requirements of this new responsibility, now therefore be it resolved that the town recognizes this additional responsibility of the town clerk.
Is there a motion?
So.
Wood, Caustic, any discussion?
Just want to thank our town clerk, Katie Colucci, for working on this. Thank you.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Resolution does carry. Thank you. Resolution 109, professional services contract addendum for Katyville wastewater treatment plant capital improvement.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh continues to implement the water and wastewater capital plan approved by Resolution 17-037 and professional services agreement by Resolution 17-105, and whereas the town is preparing to implement the Katyville wastewater treatment facility project under the water and wastewater capital improvement plan, therefore be it resolved that the town board does hereby authorize the supervisor to execute an addendum to the professional services agreement for LaBerge to prepare an engineering report for the Katyville wastewater treatment plant to determine cost and alternatives for replacement. And it is also resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to sign the professional services contract addendum with LaBerge Group not to exceed $18,000. And it is further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and water and wastewater director.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, any discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call vote?
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Barbara Hebert.
Yes.
Charles Costick.
Yes.
Dana Isabella is absent. Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution does carry. Thank you. Resolution 110, New York Road Green Infrastructure Project.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh, after due consideration, has determined that it is desirable and in public interest to undertake the necessary planning, design, and funding activities for the reconstruction of the New York Road, including pedestrian walkways, bike lanes, and associated stormwater improvements. And whereas these road and stormwater improvements have been identified in a feasibility study prepared by LaBerge Group, dated June of 2021, and whereas the town applied for and received grant funding in the amount of $388,874 from the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Climate Smart Communities Project. And whereas the town of Plattsburgh has a current and active 2-year term contract with LaBerge Group located at 4 Computer Drive, West Albany, in New York. And whereas LaBerge Group is qualified to prepare maps, plans, surveys, investigations, environmental reviews, final designs, bid documents, and conduct construction observation as necessary to complete the reconstruction of New York Road. And whereas Part 617 of the Environmental Conservation Law, quote, State Environmental Quality Review Act, SEQRA, provides for the review of any action, determine the effect of the action on the environment, along with any related administrative procedures for the implementation, authorization, or approval of the action. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of Plattsburgh shall undertake the reconstruction of New York Road, including pedestrian walkways, bike lanes, and associated stormwater improvements. And be it further resolved that the town of Plattsburgh Town Board does hereby determine that the proposed project is an unlisted action which does not require a coordinated review. However, the town will communicate and coordinate with interested agencies as appropriate and necessary to conduct a complete environmental review of the project. And be it further resolved, LaBerge Group will be engaged by the town to prepare maps, plans, surveys, investigations, environmental reviews, final designs, bid documents, and conduct construction observation as necessary to complete the reconstruction of New York Road.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Seconded.
I'm gonna give it to Wood. Any discussion?
Is it supposed to go to any particular departments or anything?
This will be part of a master file on this project. Yep. Seeing nothing further, can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Coptic,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution does carry. Thank you. Resolution 111, setting a public hearing for the reconstruction of New York Road.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh, after due consideration, has determined that it is desirable and in public interest to undertake the necessary planning, design, and funding activities for the reconstruction of New York Road, including pedestrian walkways, bike lanes, and associated stormwater improvements. And whereas it is considered opinion of all members of the town board who are present that public hearing should be held on the 17th day of May of 2023 at 6:05 p.m. at the Plattsburgh Town Hall, located at 151 Baker Road in Plattsburgh, to consider the reconstruction of New York Road. Now, a motion duly made and seconded, it was resolved that a public hearing be held on the 17th day of May of 2023 at 6:05 at the Plattsburgh Town Hall, located at 151 Baker Road in Plattsburgh, New York, on the consideration of the reconstruction of New York Road. And be it further resolved that a notice of hearing on the reconstruction of New York Road shall be published in the Press Republican not less than 5 days prior to that hearing. And be it further resolved that pursuant to Part 617 of Implementing Regulations to Article 8, State Environmental Quality Review Act, the town of Plattsburgh Town Board shall determine whether said project would have a significant effect upon the environment. And be resolved that the town clerk shall post the notice on the bulletin board maintained at the town hall pursuant to Town Law 30, Section 6, and on the Town of Plattsburgh website for a period of not less than 5 days prior to that public hearing.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
I couldn't
Oh,
call it
did
between
you
the two
want
of
to
you.
do it? Okay.
No, it was between the two of you, and it was right on time, so I called it a second time. Just for a point of discussion, I want to remind individuals, if you are interested in participating in this public hearing, it is a different date than typical. It is Wednesday the 17th at 6:05. The town made a determination last week that we needed to move our board meeting due to some conflicts. So just putting that out there as a reminder. So any other further discussion? Can I get a roll call?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Robert Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution does carry. Resolution 112, one-year warranty refund for 11 Plattsburgh LLC subdivision phase 2020.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved all requirements of the 11 Plattsburgh LLC subdivision phase of 2020, and whereas the 11 Plattsburgh LLC subdivision phase of 2020 has on file with the Town of Plattsburgh a one-year road warranty for the project and the original amount of $8,900 plus accrued interest, and whereas the project has satisfied all requirements of the Town of Plattsburgh and is no longer necessary to hold said deposit. Now therefore be resolved that the supervisor hereby authorized and directed to release the said deposit in the amount of $8,900 plus accrued interest to date. And it's further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forwarded to the, by the Planning Department Secretary with the return of deposit 11 Plattsburgh LLC.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Resolution carries, thank you. Resolution 113, Highway Department purchase request for new plow truck.
Whereas normal use requires that the town must periodically update vehicles used to maintain the roads in the town of Plattsburgh. And whereas Greg Brunel, Highway Superintendent, and Mike Provost, Deputy Highway Superintendent, have complied with New York State OGS procurement requirements for vehicle acquisition by the completion of the competitive mini bid process executed via the New York State Vehicle Marketplace. Therefore be resolved to receive a letter dated May 3rd of 2023 from Mr. Brunel requesting permission to purchase one 2024 Western Star tandem axle plow truck with Tenco equipment in the amount of $305,688 for use by the Town of Plattsburgh Highway Department pursuant to the New York State Office through the General Services Standards and Purchase Group contract. And it is further resolved that the Town Board does hereby grant permission to Mr. Brunel to order said plow truck, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to sign any related documents required for the purchase. And it's further resolved that payment for said purchase will be made payable from the 2024 equipment capital outlay account, as stated here, budget, and that a copy of this resolution be given to the highway superintendent, town clerk, and finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, is there a second?
Second.
Costick. I would just say, I think this is a fine example of we are in the winter business. You know, the town does an incredible job in the highway department for, you know, taking care of its equipment. And I also applaud Greg and Mike for getting on this immediately after just taking, you know, their new positions. They have not missed a beat, and they've both administratively as well as the other work, you know, and this is what it takes, so I applaud their efforts on that, so.
And it's really important, given the constraints
Mm-hmm.
with supply still, especially with the big trucks, that we get our place in line to make sure that we're able to obtain the chassis.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else? Can I get a roll call?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Robert Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution does carry. I know of no need to have an executive session. I would entertain a motion to adjourn tonight at
So moved.
6:15. Tom Wood, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Drive safe, everyone. Thank you very much.
Aye.